Chapter 41. And in the 45th Jubilee, in the second week, and in the second year, 2165 A.M., Judah took for his firstborn a wife from the daughters of Aram, named Tamar. But he hated and did not lie with her, because his mother was of the daughters of Canaan, and he wished to take him a wife of the kinsfolk of his mother. But Judah his father would not permit him. And this the firstborn of Judah, was wicked, and the Lord killed him. And Judah said to Onan his brother, "Go into your brother's wife, and perform the duty of a husband's brother to her, and raise up seed to your brother." And Onan knew that the seed would not be his, but his brother's only. And he went into the house of his brother's wife, and spilt the seed on the ground, and he was wicked in the eyes of the Lord, and he killed him. And Judah said to Tamar his daughter-in-law, "Remain in your father's house as a widow till Shelah my son be grown up, and I shall give you to him to wife." And he grew up, but Bethuel, the wife of Judah, did not permit her son Shelah to marry. And Bethuel, the wife of Judah, died 2168 A.M. in the 5th year of this week. And in the 6th year, Judah went up to shear his sheep at Timnah, 2169 A.M. And they told Tamar, "Behold, your father-in-law goes up to Timnah to shear his sheep." And she took off her widow's clothes, and put on a veil, and adorned herself, and sat in the gate adjoining the way to Timnah. And as Judah was going along, he found her, and thought her to be a harlot, and said to her, "Let me come in to you." And she said to him, "Come in." And he went in. And she said to him, "Give me my money." And he said to her, "I have nothing in my hand, except my ring that is on my finger, and my necklace, and my staff which is in my hand." And she said to him, "Give them to me until you send me my money." And he said to her, "I will send to you a kid of the goats." And he gave them to her, and he went in to her, and she conceived by him. And Judah went to his sheep, and she went to her father's house. And Judah sent a kid of the goats by the hand of his shepherd, an Adullamite. And he did not find her, and he asked the people of the place, saying, "Where is the harlot who is here?" And they said to him, "There is no harlot here with us." And he returned and informed him, and said to him that he had not found her. "I asked the people of the place, and they said to me, There is no harlot here." And he said, "Let her keep them, lest we become a cause of derision." And when she had completed 3 months, it was manifest that she was with child, and they told Judah, saying, "Behold, Tamar, your daughter-in-law, is with child by whoredom." And Judah went to the house of her father, and said to her father and her brothers, "Bring her forth, and let them burn her, for she has wrought uncleanness in Israel." And it came to pass, when they had brought her forth to burn her, that she sent to her father-in-law the ring, and the necklace, and the staff, saying, "Discern whose are these, for by him am I with child." And Judah acknowledged, and said, "Tamar is more righteous than I am, and therefore let them burn her not." And for that reason she was not given to Shelah, and he did not again approach her. And after that she bore 2 sons, Perez, 2170 A.M., and Zerah, in the 7th year of this second week. And thereupon the 7 years of fruitfulness were accomplished, of which Joseph spoke to Pharaoh. And Judah acknowledged that the deed which he had done was evil, for he had lain with his daughter-in-law. And he counted it hateful in his eyes, and he acknowledged that he had transgressed and gone astray. For he had uncovered the skirt of his son. And he began to lament and to supplicate before the Lord because of his transgression. And And we told him in a dream that it was forgiven him, because he supplicated earnestly and lamented, and did not again commit it. And he received forgiveness, because he turned from his sin and from his ignorance, for he transgressed greatly before our God. And every one that acts thus, every one who lies with his mother-in-law, let them burn him with fire, that he may burn therein. For there is uncleanness and pollution upon them. With fire let them burn them. And command the children of Israel that there be no uncleanness amongst them. For every one who lies with his daughter-in-law or with his mother-in-law has wrought uncleanness. With fire let them burn the man who has lain with her, and likewise the woman. And he will turn away anger and punishment from Israel. And to Judah we said that his 2 sons had not lain with her, and for this reason his seed was established for a 2nd generation, and would not be rooted out. For in singleness of eye he had gone and sought for punishment, namely, according to the judgment of Abraham, which he had commanded his sons, Judah had sought to burn her with fire.